Hi Taurus, welcome to your October 2020 special Halloween edition of He Said, She Said. Thanks for joining us. My name's Michelle.
My name's Richard.
Let's get started, Taurus. Biting the apple, risk and reward. With this card, when you think about apples at Halloween, of course you think of bobbing for apples. And that's a tradition that was brought about from the Celts. It feels like the energy around this is, well, bobbing for apples. It feels like a temptation. It feels like many choices. It feels like, if you think of the apples there, or there's usually like 3 to about 13 or so in a big barrel of water, and people have to bob for them. So it feels like something here in which there are many choices. Now, with risk, it could go either way, right? Sometimes with risk there is a reward. Other times there's too much risk involved. So we'll see where that goes. Now, Richard has pulled a card, Jean the Maid.
Now, Jean the Maid is somebody who was put upon in life, but now as an immortal, she tends to not worry so much about what's going on in the greater world globally. She tends to do what she can to help locally. Now, this is somebody who was put upon in life, somebody who's suffered a lot of defeats, but still, even now, she's there available to help people.
Yeah, it almost feels like a background energy. It's someone who's suffered a lot of disillusionment in life. And I do feel that there is this humility around this person, and thereby it's kind of like someone who wins, but not by force. It feels like somebody who wins in life because of what they don't do, rather than what. Yeah, it feels very much like that kind of energy. Now, at the bottom of the deck, I've got the 6 of Pentacles.
And here I've got the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse.
So let's see where this goes, guys. We'll cut the cards. And don't forget about the channel memberships, guys, as well. You could click on the join button or look in the box below for more information. Especially check out the rewards at the $4.99 level. You'll get early access to the videos, so please do check that out. Let's have a look at the status of this relationship, how you feel about this person, the strengths, the challenge, advice on what to do, what not to do, what's hidden or unexpected, and the potential outcome.
Okay, status of the relationship, how this person views you, Taurus, strengths, weaknesses, what this person should keep doing, what they should stop doing, what's hidden for this person, and the outcome if nothing changes.
And of course, either side can resonate, Taurus, so take whatever you can from this general reading. Let's take a look. We've got the 7 of Cups as the status of this relationship. Well, as I was talking about options, right, this feels like the apples.
Yeah.
So it feels like somebody here who has many different choices. Now, it's interesting because as I'm looking at this card, and this is the first time I've noticed this, all of these are empty except for this one on the end, in which contains a rose. So it feels like out of all these choices, there's one here that means more than the others, is what I'm getting. Now, when we talk about options and the 7 of Cups, there is an element here of confusion. Being confused about choices, going through choices. And when you think of it in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, it is talking about temptation. Those are usually depicted as like the 7 deadly sins, and the need to kind of experience. I'm getting this word in my mind, and Spirit Guide is saying this is about experience, experiencing things, experiencing different things. But still, there's something here that is different than the others, I feel, out of all of these choices, Taurus.
Yeah, so when you're bobbing for apples, it's a bit of a crapshoot, isn't it? You could bob for an apple and you could get a rotten one.
You could get a poison fruit.
It's possible, or you could pick up a nice one.
Yeah, well, at least one of these options is a nice one.
All right. Sorry, oops. Let's look over here. King of Wands, status of the relationship. Wow.
That's that fiery energy,
Yeah,
right?
it's very, very fiery energy. So Taurus, you might be dealing with a fire sign.
Well, that even could be your
Or
energy.
it could be your energy
you
as
know?
well. But you got an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo over here possibly.
It feels almost like I'm speaking to a Taurian here who, although you're an earth sign, you're coming across as this fire sign, which means when we're talking about risk and reward, right, a King of Wands will be the type of sign that goes for that.
Yes, that's right. It's somebody who takes risk and will try for the reward even if they believe that there is the possibility of failure.
Yeah.
They're still willing to try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have a look and see what we have here as how you are viewing this person. We've got the Merlin card. It's Hermit in this deck. It's in the reverse. So with this one, well, it feels to me like a time of thinking about things is done. It's over. And now it's about the experience, right? Not just thinking about things, but doing. And again, with the King of Wands energy there, it is about doing, taking action.
Taking action. This is a very action-oriented card. The King of Wands is not a passive character.
No.
All right, let's take a look. We have the Eight of Wands over here. It's about communication. So there is I get good communication here, or quality communication with whomever you're dealing with over here, Taurus.
It feels fast. It feels passionate.
Yeah.
With all that wand energy. Let's see what we've got over here as the strengths. Isn't that interesting? We've got the King of Cups and the Seven of Cups. This feels like the opposite of that energy, actually.
You think?
Yeah, I get very watery, emotional energy over on this side, and over there I feel fire and passion.
I'm feeling fire and passion about watery emotions.
About watery emotions? Yeah. I feel that this is very strong elements here of, maybe Richard's right and there could be two sides of a particular person, but I feel it's more about, well, I'm sensing an energy around this King of Cups, and especially with that King of Wands, of how we express ourselves. Now, this is coming from a place of, I want to say, a little bit more peaceful energy or quieter energy, more controlled. A King of Wands energy tends to be someone who gets out there and goes, ah!
Yeah, someone a bit more boisterous.
Yeah, it can border on a bit of arrogance. It can be like a little bit too confident. Sometimes.
All right. But it is in the upright, and that one's in the upright too.
Yeah.
So Taurus, I do like that for you.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at the strengths over here. Oh, look at that. Seven of Cups. Options again. Options are really going to be featuring a lot in this particular reading, and it gives me the opportunity now to talk about what Michelle was talking about earlier, how these 7 cups here are the 7 deadly sins, and if you look in these cups, some things are good and some things are not so good.
And that's the thing, it all depends on what cup you choose. With risk, there could be reward, but there could also be a dud. It's kind of like that. So the challenge here is the Star. This feels like emotional healing over on this side.
Well, the other thing is, and I see this as a weakness here, is a grass is greener kind of feeling as well.
Yeah, I'm feeling that more on that side, I have to say.
All right.
This side I'm feeling healing energy.
Okay.
Very strong emotional healing energy.
But it's there as a challenge, Michelle. What do you make of that?
Well, as a challenge, you know what, I'm going to have to look at the other cards, because I'm not getting an energy here of why this is a challenge yet, because I'm seeing only good so far.
All right.
Except for this kind of risky kind of energy. But right now I'm not really seeing any great risk on either side.
Well, the challenge could be if the risk doesn't work out very well. Yeah,
so we'll have to see how the cards come out here.
Okay, over here, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse as the weakness. It's a loss of loss of finances and a loss of an opportunity to gain more money, to gain more pentacles is what I see over here as the challenge for this person, Taurus.
Yeah, it feels like part of the risk here involves spending money. I feel like if you've got, like, consider if this is dating. Think of it as a multiple dating situation. Well, it's going to cost money.
It's going to be expensive.
It's an expensive prospect. But the thing is when Taurus, now normally you're someone who keeps a close eye on your finances. I'm not getting earth energy here, which is a little bit concerning. The reason why is because you may not be coming from that more grounded place.
It might be more from that watery, fiery place.
Fiery energy.
Which is not really what you're used to, Taurus. Now, it can be good to change for a bit.
Yeah.
But there's also more risk associated with it because now you're sort of out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, you're not acting as yourself, Spirit Guide is saying. You're not acting as yourself. But what you are being motivated by is from that emotional place of healing yourself emotionally, possibly from something which has been a difficulty in the past. And the way that you're doing it is showing this more passionate, kind of action-oriented, go-getter energy, which again is not really you, Taurus.
Yeah, it's this King of Wands energy is not really what you're used to. It's not bad, it's just not what you're used to.
Let's have a look and see what the advice is. We've got the World card, but it's in the reverse. So this is about completing out a cycle. So it does seem that there's something that you need to experience here, Taurus, to go through in order to complete out this cycle of healing.
Yeah, it's not over for you yet. You need to do some other things. It looks like you need to, or maybe you have a need to change your life, to change your life direction. And finish this out. Now, it could be good or it could be bad. We don't know where this is going to go.
Yeah, I'm getting a healing cycle.
Right. Look at that, the Hermit. Michelle got the Hermit over here as well, but in the reverse as the status of the relationship, right? Or is it?
This is actually how Taurus is viewing this other person.
That's how Taurus is viewing the other person. So that's what should be done. So maybe a bit more time spent still in contemplation. Maybe the time isn't quite right to be taking this action.
Taurus,
maybe there needs to be a bit more consideration.
Taurus, I think the way that you're feeling here is that there's somebody taking action in this very fiery kind of passionate energy of I'm going to go ahead and do this. It's very Mars-like energy, Aries energy. It's not Taurian energy. And you may be looking at this person as being a bit of a dreamer. Now, the reality is, Taurus, I think that you have a lot of emotion towards this person. You may even love this person, Taurus. I think that you're looking at this as a potential for this person to complete out a cycle and to gain something from it. It feels like direction, it feels like healing, but at the same time you're wondering if this has been maybe a little bit, I want to say, too much in the fantasy realm. You know, when we think about the Seven of Cups, it's a lot of dreaming, it's a lot of fantasy, it's a lot of thinking about things that aren't real, a lot of confused thinking. Again, there's no swords energy in this reading, there's no pentacles. It's all coming from a place of passion and love. You
know, Taurus, this could be you, it could be another person. The other person might think that you're being half-baked, or you might think the other person has this idea but it's half-baked.
Yeah.
You know, not completely or fully considered is what I get from that.
Practical elements.
That's right. Looking over here. Oh, sorry.
Oh, well, you could do yours first.
I'll do mine first, yeah. So we've got the Ten of Swords in reverse here is what shouldn't be done. So I get a very similar energy to this World card in reverse. It means that the cycle's not over. You know, the ending is not. It's not completely done yet. The healing from whatever it was that you're healing from, Taurus, is not over with, and there still needs to be action taken in order to obtain that healing.
And I'm getting a very strong message from Spirit here as well, Richard, that says, be careful about in this quest whoever's going out on this quest here,
whether it's you or the person
the other person
you're dealing with.
With risk comes reward, but there's also the potential of great loss. It could even be loss. It doesn't have to be loss of, I see loss of money. That's definitely the case. But what I sense here is also a loss of perhaps who you are. Losing yourself, because normally, Taurus, you're a very practical type of person. You're someone who has got a lot of focus, a lot of ambition, a lot of more of a grounded kind of energy. But this feels to me like a Taurian who's possibly lost their identity.
Or is in danger of doing so.
Or is in danger of losing their identity. This almost feels like killing off that part of ourselves. Now,
it's not all bad.
No, it's not all bad. I mean, some of that may need to die. But other parts of it that are truly you, authentically you, try not to lose that aspect of yourself. Well, if this is you going through this quest, Spirit is saying. Yeah, let's have a look and see what the advice is on what shouldn't be done. We've got the moon, but it's in the reverse. Now look at all of this. Look at all of this watery energy on this side. Wow. It feels like drowning. I'm getting this overwhelming sense here while I'm looking at this, like bobbing for apples, but drowning in the water.
You mean, what do you mean by that?
Well, it feels like someone who is going on this quest looking for something, right? Looking for the perfect apple,
right?
The juiciest fruit, right? But somewhere along the way, it feels like there's something which makes them feel like they're in over their head. Like when you think of drowning, right? It's being in over your head. You can't drown with your head above water. So this drowning energy that I'm getting around me right now feels like somebody who's drowning in this. I have to say it because it's coming to me. It feels like water that is somehow polluted. And that's what I was getting off that as well. Don't pollute your water, Taurus.
By forgetting who you are. The very authentic. You see, the thing is, Taurus, I get this sense, and I'm getting this message as well now, that you may even hate parts of yourself. Or you believe that it's those parts of yourself that have led you into trouble in the past. But I'm feeling kind of opposite of that. I'm feeling that there are portions of your personality that are intrinsically you, that are actually very good, and you're just not seeing them as such.
And those are the parts that shouldn't die.
Those are the parts that shouldn't die. I get a very strong message from Spirit about that too.
Let's see what's hidden. The Six of Wands, but it's in the reverse. Yeah, again, I get drowning energy.
But I get more of a fear.
A fear of drowning.
A fear of drowning. That's the thing, Taurus. I get the sense that you are worried you might be in over your head here. Or you're worried that the person you're dealing with is going to be in over their head here. It's possible that they won't be. I do get a large amount of fear element out of it, though. But there's a big unknown here as to how this is going to go down.
Right. But with that Six of Wands in the reverse, as what's hidden, it can be the fall. Like someone who, the King of Wands is someone who pumps themselves up, can be that king in the think of it as the statues of all of the victors around the world, right, of various battles. It's the king riding in for battle, right? So it feels like this person around you, Taurus, or it could even be you, especially if you're the masculine here, riding into battle, feeling really good, feeling like, this I'm going to go ahead and win at this, and then having some kind of fall. Now, the fall may be necessary. This is pride before a fall. Pride before a fall. That's what Spirit is saying. Pride before a fall. Someone who goes acting very arrogantly and is and humility, right? We've got humility down there.
Yeah, but
so somebody here is going to be kind of taught a lesson in humility.
Yeah, but that's possible too. Yes, that's quite possible. That it could be you, Taurus, if it's you who's going out and doing this, or it could be the partner. But also it could be...
I don't think it's the partner that's doing it, though. I think it's one of these options, or maybe many of these options.
Okay.
So we'll see.
All right. Looking over here, we got the Three of Wands as what's hidden. Yeah, that's putting everything out there and then waiting for your ships to come in. Doing the work and then waiting for the rewards to come to you.
And Taurus, you could even be the one waiting for this person that seems to have gone on this kind of quest. I get a strong energy that the two of you here are not together because this person is exploring their options. Of course, you could be the one here exploring your options, in which case I don't feel that you're in a partnership.
Right.
I think that you're just kind of sorting through these various options here. I do get strong connection with love here, so I do feel it's talking about love options. I don't feel that this is talking about any kind of career or anything like that, because there's no Pentacles energy. The outcome here is the Two of Wands, and that's the first thing other than this watery energy that we've gotten. It's choice. And I'm getting this very strong energy from Spirit here, which is saying risk, right? The Two of Wands is, especially when it's in the upright, is taking that bold action. It's making the bold choice. King of Wands, Three of Wands, bold choice. Bold choice. So I'm not saying that this is something that's necessarily bad. I think that some kind of choice needed to be made.
It's different from the Two of Swords, for example.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, more about intellect. But even with Two of Swords in the upright, I get a large feeling of indecision with that. But with the Two of Wands in the upright, it is that bold choice.
It's that bold choice.
It's standing at the gateway and saying, well, what am I going to dominate next?
Yes. So it feels like someone here who has other choices. The thing is, Taurus, I do feel that this could be aspects of yourself or how others are viewing you, because I'm not getting a really strong energy around two different people here, because I don't think you're in a relationship.
Yeah, let's take a look at the outcome here and see if we can get some clarity.
Yeah.
Well, there's those choices again. We've got the Two of Pentacles here, but it's in the reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's feeling overwhelmed. And it could be feeling overwhelmed because one has too many choices.
Yeah. I get a strong energy here, Taurus, that I'm talking to a Taurine who isn't in a partnership right now. And that's why this is coming up as the same energy, I feel.
Yeah, but it's two different sides of the same coin. Over here, the Three of Wands kind of has an air of success about it to me, whereas this Six of Wands in reverse has an air of defeat.
Yeah.
So, we have two sides of the same coin here. I'm hoping that in part 2 we'll be able to lay down some clarifiers here and begin to get a sense of which way this is going to go.
Yeah, what I'll do here, guys, and I don't normally do this, but I feel compelled to do it because this is kind of leaving it in a place where we're both talking about twos, which speaks about choices. So I feel like just before we go here to the extended, I want to give you a little bit of an idea of what we'll be talking about in the extended, so you know and you can make a choice whether or not that's going to be resonant with you. So let's take a look at the energy around Taurus here. Okay, we've got the Dark Star. So that's an energy here of, okay, Spirit's just giving me a message. It's about mindset. With that Three of Wands, it's going into something believing that we're going to succeed. With this one, it's more about going into something believing that we're going to fail.
Or being obsessed with the idea of failure.
Failure, yeah.
Failure. Having that sort of in the back of your mind.
Drowning energy.
But drowning, you're feeling like, that's right, bobbing for apples.
Yeah.
But feeling like you're drowning while
instead
bobbing for apples.
But and that can also be that energy as well.
Being overwhelmed. Yeah, I get that true sense of having one's head under the water, panicking.
I'm getting a very strong message from Spirit that says, in order to be successful at whatever you're doing here, which I feel is healing energy, you have to come from a place of self-belief. You have to make sure that, okay, how do I put this? Keeping alive that part of yourself which shouldn't die.
Yes.
There's a real risk of losing yourself here to a point where you can't find yourself again.
That's right.
Where you look at yourself in the mirror and don't know who you are. You don't recognize yourself.
That's a huge danger. I see that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I said before, Taurus, I think you've been through an experience where you might have felt like there were aspects of yourself that were blamed for you having to go through that experience, and you feel like you have to kill off those parts of yourself. And we're here to tell you that that's not what you should do.
Yeah.
That's going to lead you down a very dark path.
Yeah.
And I think you will one day look in the mirror and not recognize who you are. And we don't want that to happen to you.
This watery energy isn't you, Taurus.
In part 2, we will clarify this more and hopefully give you a bit more of an insight into the path you should take while looking at these different options.
So we'll go there to the extended right now. So please do join us. The link is down below in the descriptions box. It'll be about another 30-minute reading. So please do join us there if this one's resonating. If it's not, then you can check out our self-repair playlist for more readings that are done in this style. They're not sign or time dependent, so check those out whenever you can. If you'd like a personal reading, please email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. Don't forget to press that like button, share and subscribe if you're a newcomer. I'd love to have you. And also don't forget to check out the new channel memberships. I'm offering rewards there at the various tiers, and you can get early access to the videos and get them all at the same time, so no waiting. Wishing you the best with this, Taurus. Happy Halloween, guys, and we'll talk to you again very soon.
Thanks, Taurus. Goodbye and good luck.